This week in A, I got brutal fast Qwen 3.6 plus just forced the market to pay attention. Here's the shocker. Qwen crossed 1 trillion daily tokens on OpenRouter. That is demand at war scale. The evolution arc is fast, disciplined, and brutally compounding each year. 2023 launched Tongyi Qianwen and the first open release. 2024 expanded capability breadth and raised enterprise confidence. 2026 arrived with agentic framing and record daily volume. Even the name is strategic and it signals long horizon positioning. Tongyi Qianwen signals broad answering plus deep understanding, not just chat fluency. That identity stayed consistent while Qwen moved from open ecosystem momentum toward a closed-hosted flagship path. Open ecosystem momentum gave way to a closed-hosted flagship path as the commercial stakes exploded. The initial entry was timed for maximum impact. April 2023 introduced beta access and put the project on the global radar immediately. Then an open 7 billion model landed in August, followed by public opening in China in September with serious momentum. That sequence built both policy alignment and developer gravity. This contributor map is concrete and shows durable execution ownership. Jinsei Bai is tied to the original technical report, Lin Junyang to later major generations. The broader core team kept continuity across releases. The bottom risk card highlights the early 2026 leadership transition. The core problem was never only smarter answers. Teams needed complete agent loops that can plan, call tools, execute, and recover under pressure. The full loop is brutal. Execute, validate, and iterate under real load. Qwen 3.6 Plus is positioned directly against that workflow execution gap. Today, the capability surface is broader than a single chat model. It is marketed for agentic coding, multimodal reasoning. It also targets protocol interoperability and deep Alibaba ecosystem integration. The message is simple: deployable systems, not isolated prompts. The community debate is intense, and credibility is still contested. Critics question closed-weight direction, benchmark framing choices. Enterprises still question privacy posture and real parity against Claude and Codex. Momentum is strong, but skepticism has not disappeared. Agentic AI is the operating loop now, not a side feature. Intake goal, plan with tools, execute, validate outputs, then iterate or deliver. If a model fails any stage repeatedly, deployment costs spike fast. Production teams pay instantly through latency, rework, and reliability debt. Mixture of experts is the economics engine behind this push. You keep high total capacity but activate only relevant experts per request. That lowers active inference cost while preserving capability. That activation pattern is exactly what high-traffic platforms need. Hybrid thinking modes split runtime behavior by task type. Thinking mode exposes deeper reasoning with around 262,000 context. Non-thinking mode stretches near 991,000 context and prioritizes throughput. That giant context budget supports faster direct responses and much larger inputs in production. This creates the central strategic tension between openness and control. Open weight lines maximize control, forks, and community tuning. Closed flagship lines maximize managed velocity and monetization. Qwen is trying to hold both lanes at once, and that balancing act is incredibly high pressure. And the entire market is watching this balance in real time. Then comes the headline metric that detonated this entire conversation. The headline metric is about 1.4 trillion daily tokens versus the 1 trillion line. Roughly 40% headroom is a demand signal. It suggests the model is not only launched, but actively chosen at scale. Open source variants are the next pressure point. If smaller open derivatives arrive quickly and perform well, ecosystem trust rises fast. If they lag too long behind the hosted flagship, developer sentiment can flip just as quickly. If that happens, developers treat the open track as marketing, not strategy. The competitive structure is the four-lane chain shown here. Anthropic Claude agents and OpenAI Codex agents are direct benchmarks now. Google Gemini agents and Alibaba Qwen 3.6 plus. This is direct agent platform competition, not isolated chatbot benchmark theater. Several hard questions remain unresolved across trust, safety, and procurement. Benchmark transparency standards are uneven, and that weakens confidence in rankings. Cross-border privacy concerns still influence procurement decisions. And coding parity claims still require heavy independent testing. Near term, expect dual-track strategy to continue. Closed frontier releases will push perception and revenue, while open variants defend developer mindshare. At the same time, pricing pressure is accelerating across the stack. Price pressure and tool quality battles will squeeze every major provider. This core reference set has two buckets: technical reports and canonical overviews. Use this evidence chain before any hot take. This slide narrows to Qwen 3.6 plus primary docs. The list on screen is the official launch blog, OpenRouter model page. Model Studio docs and the AHLE verified dataset are your ground truth links. Use this pack first when validating launch claims and access paths. Use this release narrative timeline left to right. 2024 tracks and specialization, 2025 hybrid and flagship acceleration. Then 2026 hits with agentic positioning and throughput proof. It is a deliberate compounding story, not a one-week spike. This Hacker News snapshot is here for community signal. The highlighted debate clusters are open versus closed strategy. Debate focuses on benchmark framing and enterprise trust and privacy constraints. High engagement does not remove skepticism. It documents where trust is still negotiated. This source stack is your fast validation kit. Check claims against these links before repeating viral narratives. Bottom line, Qwen 3.6 Plus is a real signal, not a hype spike. The next 6 to 12 months decide who owns reliable agent loops.